Good morning, people. Let's expand with our exploration here. I don't know if you're familiar with that story of wealthy businessman and young fisherman. It's awesome story about how many times people overlook on their blessings already present in life. Anyways, a rich businessman went to day of relaxation on a boat in some small fishing area where he took small boat that was of young fishermen, and while they were on the open sea, he asked this young man, why don't you buy another boat? And he said, why would I do that? And he replied that, well, because if you had another boat, you could, because you know where the fish is plentiful, you can gather more and there earn more. Why would I do that? Young man replied, because then you could have others work for you while you are enjoying at the sun and enjoying in fishing. And the young man just left in that reassurance and knowingness that he is already living it. I mean, the story is a little longer, but the point is important here. Many times we overlook, unfortunately, most aren't even taking a second of the day to express the appreciation of all the blessings that they already possess. Abundance isn't just money. Abundance is first and foremost your awesome health. All the great things that this powerful vehicle that was given to you when you step into this physical world is performing 24/7 for you, even while you are sleeping. First, express gratitude as soon as you open your eyes for that power, for the power of life, for the power of this beautiful vehicle and everything that it does for you while you are not even aware of it. First and foremost, health, physical strength, health of your loved ones, the fact that you woke up and that you are all protected and safe and alive, and that all your needs are met. So you already won the lottery. Stepping into the day with that perspective only gives you more and more blessings. And that's what Jesus meant when he said, to those who have, more is given, and to those who don't, even that which they have will be taken away. So he wasn't speaking about any punishment here. He was just trying to explain that gratitude multiplies blessings, and constant resistance through being not appreciative will literally take away from you even that which you have. Everything else is just projection of your internal state. Nobody here on this journey isn't punishing anyone. Life isn't here testing your boundaries. Everything is a reflection. As I said, I was completely disarmed when I realized that the difference between me and people who are killing it in all areas of their life wasn't correlated with the amount of effort that we put, because if that was the case, all my underground dog ancestors would be multi-millionaires. That wasn't the case. That just means that they didn't knew something, that these people who are killing it, and it continues through generational cycles, they just knew something that this other group didn't know. So open mind is the biggest blessing that you can give to yourself. It will put you in a position of being lifelong learner and someone who is ready and willing to try and see and explore other options. More options will give you more results. Sad story is that many people think that they don't have that much of a big result, so they can share their story. Don't fall into that stupid trap, because sometimes just one sentence is enough to save someone's life. For me, that was when one dear man to me just said, I'll quote him, and the way in he said that from his heart in a way that literally hits your soul. How powerful and how good his frequency and vibration was when he was saying it. And he said this: out of the ashes you will rise. I was at my lowest, and I remember how that literally gave me, it was like I was plugged to the power of God himself. And I was, because I was open to have faith and trust that really there's a possibility for me to, out of the ashes, rise and become the most unstoppable force on this earth. Not now, not for a while, till the day I die. Why am I here? I'd rather continue with maybe not wanted results, which is impossible. I'm also more than satisfied, and it will continue to grow, but I can't afford the luxury of being at my deathbed with regret why I didn't try this, why I didn't allow myself to be the voice of God. That wasn't price I was ready to pay, and that wasn't something I wanted to face in a form of consequences one day when I get to be face to face with him. As the Maya Angelou would said, there's a sacred space inside you. That's the place where you go when you meet with God. Keep it clean, pristine. No mother, no father, nobody should have access or try to mess with that place. What she really meant, pay attention to this now. When you step into the most powerful version and identity you could ever imagine, you are constantly connected with your higher self. That will trigger, in many cases, people who are closest to you. Why? Because they got used to weak version of your previous former identity. That doesn't mean, as I said, that they hate you, that they are not glad that you are expanding, winning, killing it, that you're succeeding, whatever it is. Most of them are happy for your results, especially if that's, I don't know, your father, mother, brother, really honest, dear friends. They just have an issue with themselves because you killing it is just shining the light on what they could do if they were brave. If they weren't blocked with, I don't know, this is cringy, my story isn't big enough, who would listen, who would follow, who would find it meaningful. Please don't believe in that crap and that BS of the monkey mind, because as I said, sometimes just one sentence is enough to save someone's life. Don't believe in BS, I'm too young, I'm too old. What matters only at this level of awareness and state of consciousness is how you are connected, how powerful and unique and clean your signal is. I'm still learning from people who are 20 years old. Someone would say, what can they share? Yes, maybe they don't have lived raw experience like I do, but they learned more. They had more sources and they absorbed how things should go than we even had access to earlier. Don't buy into crap. Too young, female, male, too old, this or that. That's just final test whether or not you will buy into it. Of course that your story is worthy. Of course that what you're doing is meaningful. The difference between those who are embracing it, as I said, is just their ability to fine-tune their most powerful frequency, to always be connected with the higher self, to always have, how you say it, laser focus on your North Star. What that gives you, that unshakable power, bulletproof presence, protective suit of armor, while you've been offered something that you know no longer is in alignment with your destination. Some people are part of your history, bless their soul and let them go. Losing some people isn't proof that you are failing. Losing some people means that they didn't put the effort to elevate at this journey in their state of consciousness. Academic knowledge and real knowledge, with due all respect for academic knowledge and for all titles and for every single soul on this planet, true power, true knowledge, only God rewards you with Him witnessing what you were capable to endure, who you are when nobody is watching, how you are behaving and how you behaved when you were brought to knees. Were you in despair, or you found the last atom of your strength to switch on fate? That's when the rewards from God are showering you in ways that you, if I would try to, with words, put that in the most colorful scenery, it would be not even close to how that feels. So that's why you should forget all that that was, let's say, I watched recently some podcasts where the host asked women, why are so many people stuck in relationships that they don't even enjoy, where they are not loved, where they literally feel stuck, but they're still staying there. And her response can be, as I said, the beauty of this is that one example and one rule can be applied to anything and to many areas, not just love. And she says that the reason for that is because they feel deeply unworthy inside. When you know who you are not settling. You are ready to, after 10 or 15 years, say goodbye. I don't no longer settle for this. But what people are doing, they are, because they feel deeply insecure and unworthy, staying 10, 20, and unfortunately some till the rest of their lives, which is speeded up. The end and the rest of their life is coming sooner, because as a result of being in unfulfilled and a place where they don't feel good. If you only had faith of mustard seed, that's what Jesus said. That's the only part from you that he is asking. Even though you might be afraid to leave, I don't know, relationship, job, place where you are living, if no longer that is in alignment with your new identity and your highest purpose and your higher soul's mission and your higher self, do it with the faith of mustard seed. And those are people who God rewards. God isn't stupid to reward whole bunch of group of undeserving people. That's just happening in a physical realm. In horde trades, what can I do for you? You will bring it back to me. Many people are still living in a horse trades form of give and take. You can't do that type of BS with God. God only rewards true soldiers. God only rewards those who, as the saying is, blessed is child who was on his own, meaning brave enough and strong enough to even be looked down up, to be laughed at, to people think that you, I don't know, lost your mind, or as I said, you are cringy, and let them laugh. Let them laugh. You will laugh on your way to your bank. Let them laugh. As in my country is saying, those who laugh last, laugh longest and strongest. They will stop laughing when you skyrocket and they remain in their basement, in their dark places. Just never come from a place that your story isn't that big enough, that you are not smart enough, that's just limited beliefs. As I said in last episode, the true and real definition and only acceptable definition of powerful personal brand is following your purpose, aligning with it, not searching, finding what your purpose is It's what comes to you the most naturally with the less effort. For me, that is speaking, actually allowing myself to be the channel for the infinite intelligence and God to speak through me. For you, that might be, I don't know, opening restaurant, creating awesome music, painting, I don't know, working with kids, working with older people, buying a farm, growing your own food, something related to fashion, makeup. I mean, we have infinite possibilities on this journey. So that's your purpose. The thing that comes easier and easiest to you in most natural way, identify it, step into that identity. Don't wait the results so that you can be her or him. Step in the identity and behave from the end result. Not just occasionally few hours a day, and that's why for the majority nothing is working, because they are hyper vigilant and hyped up few hours and then they forget about it and they mess up everything. No, step into that powerful identity and live from the end result. From there, create impact. This combination will give you income, and that income will give you what we are all searching for and aiming for. That's the autonomy and freedom. Autonomy and freedom to speak, to be confident, to be naturally charismatic and powerful, because power can be faked. As I said, people feel and people know and sense what your real signal is. The frequency can't be manipulated, and that's why everyone is where they are. You can put on yourself the best clothes, brands, shoes, bags, gold, even crown on your head, but if your signal and your frequency is messed up, none of that is important. And in fact, the opposite is the fact, and it is that you will only look like a clown, because your visuals will send one message, but you will be shrinked. You will not speak your word. You will. I think this, but I'm afraid to say it. What if that person or that thinks if I'm a weird or what? Who cares? Who cares? Those who will live eventually, no matter what you are blocking yourself to express, because as I said, as you expand on this journey, and expansion is always present the whole life. Look just at birth. What is birth? Combination of contraction and expansion. Contraction and expansion. That's the whole life. It becomes flat line only when we leave physical realm. Until we are here riding the wave, the best thing you can do is to learn how to ride the wave, and therefore be unshaken in the midst of crashing everything, because you know that every down leads to up, every down leads to up, every down leads to up, and it's the nature of this reality. People are so fighting and so afraid of challenges instead of blessing them. Every challenge just sends more and more good things to be brought back to you. And that's how we are creating everything. If you are unsatisfied and unhappy with your, let's say, current job, you're unconsciously sending the signal, and the field is receiving it and something better is behind the scenes prepared for you. Don't resist to what is. As soon as you accept it, it will faster be transformed. The more you resist, the more it will persist. Whatever it is that isn't in alignment with what you desire, you just have to rewire it. If you're not confident, sit down and write what caused a lack of confidence. Write a new chapter. Embody all the traits, personality traits that you admire in someone else. Why? What you resist and hate in others, you also have inside you, but you are avoiding it to accept it. What you love in others, you also have inside you, and you would love to have it more. So whatever you see as a peak performance in someone, write that for yourself and embody it. Not tomorrow, not one day, now. Accept it as new normal. That's the beauty of everything in this journey, is that with the practice, the older you get, it's very, very easy to switch and to adapt what you prefer and desire, and to literally, like, you forget the dream that you dreamt a few nights ago. You forget who you were. As I said, you are under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. We all have consciousness as a gift from God. What we do with our consciousness is our gift to God. And He is always there to embrace every single one soul, like mother forgives to the child. Never doubt in His vision for you. He heard things you didn't, He saw things you didn't. You can't be in different places and in different spaces. So therefore, trust His guidance, and He will, brick by brick, step by step, with all doors being opened with ease and with clarity, you are at your destination, wondering why you didn't allow it sooner to go smoothly and to ride that wave of this beautiful journey, not by fighting the wind, but just by adjusting your sails and your boat. So love yourself, have respect for yourself, value yourself, put yourself on a pedestal, all those things that people taught you that were too selfish. No, you can't pour out of an empty cup. As long as you're waiting from the world to fulfill you and to fill your cup, your wait will last till the end you die, till the day you die. Yes, till the end of life. But when you train yourself to first and foremost pour into your own cup, regardless of the naysayers or those who will have something against it, they will put resistance at the beginning. But the more you set firm boundaries, the more respect you will get. That's also the irony and the paradox of how that works. If you are people pleaser for a while, they will literally boo you. Look at him or her. He dared to have boundaries. We get used to treat him like a donkey. But the more and more you persist with your firm boundaries, the more and more respect you will get. And you will notice how people treat you differently. You owe that for yourself. You owe that for your future family. You owe that for everything that you went through. Never think that your story isn't too big. Never think that your message wouldn't be appreciated. As I said, even one sentence can save someone else's life. I appreciate you and I read all the comments. I just wanted to express my gratitude. It means a lot for me because money from more than 2 decades ago, even when I was a child, I never associated my worth with money because I know that money is just energy. I'm the same person with 110K, with millions, I would be the same because that's the beauty of the money. It only amplifies who you are, even without it. So, awesome person with big bucks and with that type of money that pays for everything remains awesome person with that type of abundance, which is, by the way, birthright of every single one of us. The question is whether or not you adjusted yourself on that frequency, and vice versa. People who are crappy people will just expand in their crappiness the more they accomplish and the more they acquire. So, more than all the wealth in this world means to me if I read that someone changed the way they view their obstacle, when I read thank you from you, when I read keep up, awesome message, and so on and so forth, that's the confirmation that I am on track. That's the confirmation that my mind, which is a reflection of my soul, and that my body, which is reflection on my mind, which is reflection of my mind, are on track and in alignment, and that God is speaking to you through me. So I appreciate it and thank you so very much for every single awesome comment and for every single proof that it has meaning for you and that the message is helping you to navigate through this journey with less effort. I love you and I will talk to you soon.